I've been smashing away at the concrete, but in reality I need to take these floorboards up. But the problem is I have this incredibly long section of the old mast which needs to be put somewhere. And I decided to do a little experiment by using linseed oil. So this area here, no linseed oil, this has linseed oil, and that one has linseed oil. So just those two sections, just to see how linseed oil would fare over time. So it's probably been down for over a year, but now something really strange has happened. That. What is it? What's making those scratches? I did have a mouse infestation when I was in Holland that was munching through bread. And that's the only thing I can think of that we have here is that is possibly would a mouse eat linseed oil? Well, that was unexpected. That came off a lot easier than I anticipated. Woo-wee! Gone through all the rust and now I'm just painting it a black. This is a very thick black paint used for painting straight onto steel. It can be painted straight onto rusty. This is a Fortress, can be got in B&Q. I go for satin because I don't want a super gloss finish, but I'm not looking for a finish. This is just a temporary measure. But the lawn is coming on very well. Let's go for a cruise. To stop the boat to unclear the prop, but that is Bow Tunnel, originally Bow Bridge, and this is Bow. That way Stratford, that way Whitechapel, Mile End. Well, I can tell you the water's lovely. Ah, the pain! Stinging needles, a million needles. No one. So cold. You can see how pink my arm is, but I don't feel the cold anymore. Look at that. See? Not pink, pink. Yeah, oh man. Done. Ooh-wee. Hans Terpstra got in contact via the comments and said that he could help me find more information about the boat. These pictures that you're looking at are pictures that he sent me of the style of boat that De Vrouw Linda is. Hans told me to send him the numbers and he'll find it on the database. I got to the side of the boat and I found these numbers, 2596 with a big cross going through them. So I sent that off to him and he said, nope, they're not the right numbers. Eventually he guided me to the location of where the numbers would be, and these are the numbers here. So what we have is 2926 B Rot, you can just see it there, 1928. Now I couldn't read these numbers properly, but I sent him what I thought these numbers were, which were AL2424N. And of course I was wrong. It was in fact A12424N. A being for Amsterdam, N being for the Netherlands. So thank you for that, Hans. Apart from helping me and anyone else who needs it, he is also a volunteer on the Netherlands' largest Dutch barge, the Kofjok Trump. That's TROMP. Hans showed me how to use the website. Type in that website into Google, and once you've got it spelled correctly, you can start investigating your own Dutch barge. The very first box is the number that we've been talking about. A12424N. Once you click that, basically go down to the bottom button and press go or doorgaan, and then you're in. So now we have Maria. Well, that was the original name of the boat. There's the first series of numbers, and we got an owner and a date. So we click on the little magnifying glass, and this is the first page. So this is dated the 11th of April 1943, because that's when Mr. Bosmans bought the boat. You'll see that it was originally built in 1910. Built by Boots, Wharf and Garsluis. And here we have some documents from the Rotterdam Maritime Museum. So this first set of documents shows us the boat. There it is. Built by Boots in Garsluis, 1910. It's called Maria, Mr. Bosmans. There's the measurements. 44 tons. So we can come back out and we have another number here. So we have an R54 number. Let's click that. And we get another page, and now it's registered in Rotterdam. So remember, the R means Rotterdam, the N means Netherlands. What else do we have? Same measurements, but we have an owner here called Vissers and Pratt. Let's go and have a look at this document from the Maritime Museum of Rotterdam. In this document, we have the name De Vrouw Maria. The owner, which looks like Vissers and Pratt. The boat, a joke. We have the measurements. 43 tons, and that's, by the way, the cargo tonnage. And then we have this line here. So this is registrations. So you can see the old number, 2926 B-roll 1928, and then we have the new number, which is A12424N, and that's dated from 1943. In fact, I can use Google Translate on the printed stuff. I can't use Google Translate on the handwriting, and I can't even read the handwriting. So if anybody can understand what's actually written down in the handwriting, do leave a note in the comments below. Thank you. Now back out again. We're going to go down to the bottom of this page, click on a blue link, and let's see what we find here. So we have another page, but this gives us some more information about the boat. It is all written in Dutch. A lot of this you already know, so I'm not going to repeat this. Obviously, the boat was built in 1910. It is a joke with a pavilion, which means it's got a raised aft where the family lives underneath. It was a sailing vessel right up until the 1930s. Then it was changed over to a Kromhout diesel engine, single-cylinder diesel engine, at 14 horsepower. All the sails, everything to do with the sailing was removed. In 1943, the boat was confiscated by the Germans, and the owner was believed to have been Jewish. I'm not entirely sure whether this is true, but we're going to see if we can find a name for the owner, who is supposed to have been Jewish. In 1943, as the documents keep showing, Guy Bosman purchased the boat, and it was a commercial vessel until 1964.
He transported sugar beets and sand with it. It could load 45 tons. In the 50s, the ship was too small to be profitable. However, Bozeman had a contract with the polders. He would take Barge Linda into Amsterdam, collect rubbish and rubble, and deliver it to the land reclamation areas. In 1964, Chris Cable purchased the boat for use as a recreational vessel. Gradually over the years, they restored the ship back to being a sailing vessel. In 1975, it sailed for the first time at the Sail Amsterdam 700 event. It's done lots of trips in the IJsselmeer, gone up to the Dutch and German Waddenzee, into the Baltic Sea, and the furthest destination have been Denmark and Sweden. These last two documents raise more questions than answers. So what we have here is 1980, Chris Cable is registered here. There's his wife, Mary Smith, who you'd be glad to know is still alive. And then we have 1954, Bozeman is registered here, Gijs Bozeman. And then above is a surname, and then Johannes Alexander. I don't know who that is. Here he is again in this document. So this is a mortgage, and there he is, Johannes Alexander van der Haverhans, Industrial de Leiden. So Leiden, from Leiden I would imagine, industry there, a workman of Leiden maybe. It says Amsterdam, there's the number again, 2926 B-roll 1928. But it's dated the 20th of January 1931. Is this the man who had his boat confiscated by the Nazis? It's so quiet. This time last year, the whole place was full of people. No. This is rush hour.